Mm-hmm. Hello, Mara. Gonna be starting in 3 minutes. You wanna join me in call, or are you okay? Oh, no. Oh. Poor Mara. Oh, fuck off. You can't even spell that. Okay. It's not good that there's none in here. This means someone else is here for what I'm doing. Let's have a look. Unless these were changed, but I don't think they were. There's a chest here. This means you could be dead. Okay, we'll do... I think I even have a Despo one. I think that was Despo. Oh boy. So my goal is to get all of the things that we need. And that's gonna be... That's gonna be a bit of a thumble to do this. But we'll manage one way or another. Right. We're gonna try to show off the event that we called Sky. Which means we're gonna try to get as many of these boys as we can to spawn. I have no idea if it's gonna work or not, but we're gonna try. So, first things first. Yeah. Let's see. So, a thing that we can do here is, we call this farm water. Um, we will see if I remember. So this was one of the, I think, big 3 or 4 things that we did back in the day. And it basically is a giant hub that is connected to multiple smaller areas. And in these, you have to do certain things to obtain certain items which spawn others. And we're gonna see how many of those I can get. Technically, there is 8 monsters that I need to kill. But first also need to spawn them. And then there's different challenges to spawn each of these things. Sometimes it's a spawn and it's just walking around. Sometimes we have to kill a monster. Sometimes we have to find items. Sometimes we have to farm something. So we're gonna see how this goes for us. The first thing we need to do is find magic pots. And then kill these for water. Oh god, yeah, I remember. Ah, fuck. Was it right or left? Oh boy. I believe it was southeast. Okay, that gate is not open, but we can open it with this thing. No, wait. It was always blue. It was always blue. Oh god. In worst case, and we'll end up somewhere else, then we can do the monster that is in that location, so... we will see. And that's the aura statue. There's someone here. I hope this is not over-farmed still. I don't think it should be. Okay, so now we're up here. And here we just have to run into the teleport on the right side. I think. And now we either are on the correct floor, or we are one below it, or we're completely fucked. Those are the choices we have right now. Okay, we decided for number 3, we're completely fucked. But thank God we have this map, so we can just walk out and try this again, and apparently it was yellow instead of blue. Okay, we can't use that exit. Oh my god. I remember the pain. And remember, this was... you had 18 people you needed to navigate. And you needed guides who knew where they were going. Because you didn't have 18 people in one group. You split it up in like 3 or 4. And you told them, you get these 2 monsters, you get these 2, and you get these 2. But most of the players had no idea how to navigate this. So each of the party leaders had to basically ensure that all of their people get where they need to be. Which was a pain. Because this is a absolute maze. And if you had someone who was able to navigate this, that was incredible valuable for you. Okay. I navigated back here. And from here we're gonna do this again, but this time we take the yellow teleport instead of the blue one. Also, please let me know if anything's up with the quality of the stream. I'm broadcasting at a much higher well, level now, so also let me know. It should say 900p when you go to quality now. And I think this is what we're sticking with right now, for now. That's good. I mean, as perfect as a 18-year-old game can look, honestly. Because I can tell you, it's not looking much better for me. All of these boys that are up here are Arcana. And Arcana have magic aggro. So if my sneak runs out, then I need not only to find a place that is safe from immediate aggro because of seeing or hearing me, but I also need to get much further away to cast the ability Sneak, which led a lot of Sky Link Shells to the rule of bring silent oils, because using an item will not cause magic aggro, obviously. But these things would cost quite a bit of money, so people tried to be cheap about it, and then often hanging between two strong mobs and asking for Sneak, which you could not cast because both would aggro. So that was always very infuriating when you had to send a few people just to get one person out. Because if you, for example, were here, neither of these boys would aggro me without Sneak. But if I cast a spell, both would. Yeah, this looks better. I almost remember this. And now we're in the long hallway, and now we go to blue. I mean... Blue? Blue. It's already open. That's the wrong way. Those were the pots we're going to kill, but not down here. We go one up further. I think most of these things will be okay, except giving to Ulukumi, or whatever its name was, because that thing was always a pain to get to. Yes, this is right. This is now a small circle, perfect. Okay, so we're just gonna hammer these boys. That one... I don't know, I'm picking at random, honestly. Maybe a helo. Okay. Get that white gate, General Kelly. What? Oh. Oh, I know which one you mean. I don't think I have that one. Yeah. Oh god, what was her name? She was an absolute slave driver. I know. That's exactly what we do. We kill pots. Oh wow, they stunned. That's interesting. That's not the item we want. This pretty well simulates what a party would have done up here, except we were quite a bit weaker and needed more people and a little bit longer kills. But in general, this is pretty much what it would have been. Yeah, I remember her. Something with N, but I... what was it? We will visit her. Not on this stream, however. This stream I'm just try to show off what Sky was. And hopefully get my drops fast. Otherwise I have to change to Thief. Which would be okay too, I suppose. Mercury is not the item. I'll probably change to Thief soon. At least till we have all the spawning items. Then again, we do have a thief in our party, but I don't know if her treasure hunter actually works. Because she's a trust. I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna change to Thief. Which is fine, because then we see a different type of playstyle too. I hear you. I wish the pet would auto-attack though. Every time I have to tell him to. There were many beliefs about very things that could never be proven true or untrue. For example, for many people, if you killed a normal mob, like this one, with a weapon skill, a lot of people said that would decrease the drop rates. And there's no way to prove or disprove that. No, I don't think that's the one. Or I'm at least thinking... Are you thinking about the one with the spiky club? Because she was the leader of the... God, what was it? Because there's two. There's the hero one that fights in the... What is it called? Besiege. And there is the one that is basically the slave driver. Right, we got our water. Okay, cool. So, now we got a flask of Roma spring water. And if you knew what that was, which we do, you can spawn something with it. Yeah, if you meant that one, okay. I thought you meant the assault one. Which is here. And it's called... There's a small hole. It appears to be damp inside. Damp? This is wrong. They changed it. I think it always said it appears to be wet inside. Which I would have no idea why they changed that. And here we go. A pot. So this is one of the 8 monsters that we need. But no, there's more to this than just killing this. It's back, and it's medium-sized now. So this one has 3 phases, small, medium, and large. For our level, it honestly doesn't matter, but yeah. It just has 3 lives, basically. Now it's Ola Grande. Okay. And this got us a Winter Stone. It actually got us 2, because apparently these things can drop in pairs now, but since it is a rare item, we can only hold 1. And now I need to think for a moment which one is above me. I'm gonna have a quick look at the wiki, because this is just Sky FFXI guide. Sky maps and routes. There we go. Faust was in a different one. Kirin is not it. God isn't it either. Steam Cleaner. The fuck was Steam Cleaner? Zippy? Oh, I remember Zippy. Mother Glove is Mother Globe is above the other one. I think. Is it here? Hold on. We need to go from F. F is not on this map. Why? D perhaps? Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Head southwest to the teleporter at P. Just a sec. Wait, what? Fuck. F. Ah, got it. Okay, we need the blue gate here. Yeah, she had a club like that. Which means we need to have the blue gate open, which it hopefully is. Yes, good. So, for the next fight, you never wanted to have too many melees, because melees would take absurd high damage from shock spikes on this next boss. So you wanted to have mages. So not only did you need to cut down your parties in certain numbers, if you wanted to be efficient, you also need to keep in mind where you are sending them. So this one was basically something that you send your black mages to. But yeah, also of course need a tank and healer. I don't think it matters at all what I do right now. There's Mother Globe. So Mother Globe is followed by her slaves. Which is quite funny. Mother Globe is a timed spawn, so we're lucky. She's just up. Now I just need to get a good position on her. We grab her. She's aggroed on us now. Now I tell my pet to come back to us. We pull her into this room here, which is where we would fight her regularly as well. Because you don't want her out there. Because then you can attack all the other things. And here she comes. Apparently everything but her is here. Oh, she was probably casting. And now, let's begin. You always wiggle down all of the ads first. Do I have auto attack on? Or auto target? It's on, okay. Why doesn't that work? Because they're not aggroed on me, I guess. Okay. And Mother Globe would periodically summon new ones. Okay, there we go. Cool. Like she's doing now. So the spikes do 40 damage to me. Back in the day, I think this was more like 100 damage. Which meant that certain classes like a thief who would attack fast and a lot basically could kill themselves very, very quickly here. Okay. There we go. We got us a Springstone. And now we want to get out of this. Because this tower here is done now. We got the two things in here. So let me have a quick look what is left now. We did that one, we did that one. Steam Cleaner. I don't remember what Steam Cleaner was. Oop, don't get stuck in the wall. Did Steam Cleaner need something? Ah, I remember. Okay, cool. Yeah. This is another really weird one. This is great. Okay, this one's open, which means we can go out. So next thing, we're gonna check if Steam Cleaner is up. Steam Cleaner is another weird one. And in order to pop Steam Cleaner, we will have to entice a monster to summon him. You usually send like 3 people to Steam Cleaner because you never knew if he was up or not. So you had a tank and a healer and sometimes a third person just to hold him if he would spawn. You aggro a certain monster that keeps summoning things, and if Steam Cleaner pops, that's great, you hold, and then you send more people. If he doesn't, then these people do this over and over till they can get him to pop. Take 3, 4, 7, or 8. Let me double check which ones they are. 3, 4, 7, 8. Yeah, got it. Okay. So we will be hopping to the next island over. Also, there's one monster here, but I already had its items, so we're not gonna do it. Basically, you kill the dolls that spawn in these blue gates, and if you do it long enough, a monster called Despo will spawn. You kill that one and you get an item. But since I already have Stone of the West, that is not required for us. So right now we have 3 out of 8 items, which is a good start for half an hour in. Let's see if we can keep it up. In order to get to the next island, I need to activate these teleport crystals, which will now power up for a limited amount of time. These teleport crystals, well, there's nothing to it, honestly. Oh, there's another Beastmaster over there. With his relic. Relics in this game have a quite different meaning than relic in Final Fantasy XIV. Well, the Final Fantasy XIV ones, they basically throw them at you till you say, please stop. In this game, especially early on, having a relic made you the talk of the town. This changed, and now relic is for many considered normal. But in the early years, like the first 5 to 6 years when you saw a relic person, you knew shit was real. Each relic weapon had its own personal skill, which meant that not only did it do more damage, had passives, it also had a flashy animation, which the skill itself usually is not that good, but the side effect it brings and the skill chain capacities that it had were really, really good. Right, so we're here. So we're now looking for a mob called Detector. And these things are piss weak, so common sense when you see these things is kill them fast because they're weak. But that's not what we're gonna do. For that, you always had people here that would AoE kill the thing, and that just was the worst thing ever, basically. Okay, so there's one detector here. So what you would do is you aggro the boy. And then you wait. It starts summoning. And that's the mob we don't want, so we cannot take it out. And the problem was these detectors have a very long spawn time, so if you accidentally killed one... yeah... Okay. I have to check how many times it summons. I think it was like 3 or 4 times. Doesn't say. Is this the right spot? I'm thinking right now. I mean, it is a detector, but I think it was a certain one now. C9. No, this is fine. This is fine. And that is how we played this game. On one screen you had the wiki up, checking everything that you did, and on the other you were just running around doing things. We can grab more. That's what we're gonna do. Hello, detector. You want to join us? Okay, no summoning. No, two bad ones. Oops, not that one. This one. Mm-hmm. The bird has to support. Oh, summoning the next boy. Another caretaker. I think they adjusted all the spawn and time of deaths for these boys, so we don't have to wait forever. Okay. Oh, they're summoning again. Another caretaker. It's not what you want to see. We'll give them another 5 shots. If not, we'll come back at a later point. Four more. I think they might be empty now. So we're gonna reset them. And yes, these boys can be empty, and you never wanted to kill them because they respawn once per half an hour. Or at least used to. Do I have a dagger? Do have a dagger, I think. But do I get an AoE? It wouldn't work anyway because it would kill the detectors. So now we zoned the boys, which means they're going back to their own place and reset. Which also got rid of our bird, sadly. I forgot that. We'll just go with 3-star Lin. Not as good, but it'll do. I feel like the matter of Beastmaster right now is just to buy the expensive things and to just use them with the free call. I wonder though, they should be back up already, I think. I wonder if zoning resets monsters now. Like we did always just... Ah, there they are. Yeah, okay. All good. I'll just scream at it. Okay. Feral Hall causes terror, which is just a stun basically. Now on you. Because it doesn't matter, we're going down the stairs now. See if there's more. Okay. Need to make sure they're not forgetting about me, so I have to get hit by them. I think there were more here. Or maybe I'm imagining things. Oh, hey babe. Bye babe. Hi and bye. Oh. And hello Cardigan. Yeah, let's take out these caretakers. I don't think it's up. Because cats are just pure. Here we go, steam cleaner. Okay, we need to get them on the pad. And now we're gonna take out the detector, boys. Because we don't want anything else now. Okay, that looks good. Oh, it's going just fine. Finally got my better connection. Very happy about that. Now we're just gonna... Oh god, don't get that off, please. Okay, okay. We'll have to heal. Good. Okay, so we're gonna try to do a skill chain with ourselves. No, not 500. Bam! Here we go. And that was number 4. Very nice. So. We don't need to fight these boys. Okay. But as you can see, each of these monsters had their own gimmick to them. I right now have 100 down and 40 up, which is fine. I always believe that I don't really need a good line, which is kind of true. But now that I can't work and stream a little bit on the side, it is making a difference. Because if you just play Final Fantasy XIV, like, even if you had like a 10 down and a 1 up, it would be plenty. But yeah, if you want to do more. And considering it costs me a grand total of €2 more to upgrade, from 5 up to 40 up, why the fuck not? So, we're gonna do a quick rest, and I'm gonna look at the next thing that I need to find. I know there is Zipakana that runs around nearby, so I think we're gonna go for that one. We called it Zippy back in the day. Okay, let's see. Okay, Zippy, where are you? There you are. 6, 9, 5. Zipakana, here we go. Take 5 or 6. I think that's 1 ahead now. 5 or 6. No, those are the furthest. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Okay, let's see. This means we're going over here now. And we need to activate this teleport as well. Which works exactly the same. Poke that. So, and because we already ran with the theme of you have to send someone different to each type of these things. Zipakana is a monster that runs around. Not fast, but through a very wide area. So what you wanted for this one, you wanted to have a ranger. Because a ranger can scan the area. A beastmaster can too, but a beastmaster has many problems in party play, so you didn't want any beastmasters in events anyway. So the ranger would go to certain gates, step in, and start scanning the area till he sees Zipakana on the map, which was the indication that it's currently alive, in which case he would request a small group to kill it. And all of this was just micromanaged by one big leader and about 3 party leaders. So for example, imagine you have a party right now who is at water, and the scanner sees, okay, Zipakana is up. Then the total leader tells the water party, okay, water party moves to Zipakana to kill, and the leader of the water party will have to find its way there. Because if he doesn't and then just stumbles around elsewhere, you can lose the kill to another group. So it was managing parties on 2 levels. Okay, so we are just a filthy beastmaster. Our scan rate is not as good. And here you can see the patrol area. It's a long one. And we're gonna scan, and we're not seeing it. This, however, doesn't mean anything, because maybe it's just too far. I'm gonna cast Sneak, because we have no intention on fighting anything here. Also, rule of thumb, nothing aggro to invisible on this map, ever. In the entire sky, I think. So the ranger would just stand here and continuously scan every few seconds till he sees it. Those are golems, by the way. And Zipakana can hide on the lower map as well, which you're not able to scan at the same time. I have no idea what that is. So I'm waiting. Oh, I think I forgot something. You know when I said nothing grows to invisible? These boys do. Heck. So I just ate my own statement there. Thank you. I wonder if I can outrun them. Probably not. They don't really have an intention on killing them. Let's zone them real quick. But this is what kept Sky fresh for a lot of people, because it wasn't always the same. Depending on in which party you were, you had different objectives. They were intertwining, and it just felt like you were doing something on the fly, basically. Meanwhile, in Final Fantasy XIV, if you do something, it is the same, 100%. If you do Savage 1, 2, 3, 4, they will always be the same, except for a few mechanics that mix up depending on what the RNG gives you. So there's no variety, nothing. I'm not saying this is better, because this has its own problem. Back in the day, there were roughly 2 or 3 groups at the same time, and only the fast group got it. So there were times where you went home and you were like, fuck, we didn't get this one important thing. So what are we gonna do now? Because you were competing in a world map, not a dungeon or instance area. And I think we're out of luck with Zippy. We're gonna try to run over there just in case, but I feel like she's not up right now. Which is fine, we can come back to this one. We'll just exit through the other side. And then do Yuli Kumi. But this also brings like a lot of required jobs to the table. You have monsters that have a drop, which need a thief in party, you need scanners, you need black mages. So you really needed key jobs for everything you did. Paladin was always the preferred tank, and this is a closed gate, that's not good. This means Ulikumi could be locked over there. But I mean Zipacano. But even then I would have scanned it by now, so I'll just assume it's not up now. What do you mean nothing's changed? Oh, that. No, not quite. Paladin had raw defense, very strong threat building abilities, and could heal themselves. A Paladin in Final Fantasy XI had the goal of using cures to accumulate hate. He would also cast Flash, which is also something that was carried over to Final Fantasy XIV for a time. And he would do very little damage usually. It was later negated by giving him a weapon skill that did damage based on how much threat he had, which obviously worked wonders for them. And the other option was a ninja. And ninja tanks were... it was difficult. So a ninja is basically tanking the same monster that a paladin tanks in a shirt. But ninja is a blink tank, so a good ninja takes no damage, and not only that, it's a skill they have to cast on themselves. So they have these two spells that they cast over and over and over. And if they do that right, perfect, they take hardly any damage, or none actually. But there's two things that fuck them up. AoE spells remove all of your shadows. And the second is, if your shadow is down and you have only the first of the two shadow spells up, which needs 3 seconds to cast, if you are hit in that time, it will interrupt the cast. And then you are just basically taking the damage to the face in your shirt. And a lot of monsters were very, very likely to one-shot a paladin, a ninja, sorry. And it were always on a razor's edge there. But a really good ninja took no damage, unless there were AoE things. And when you're EXPing and you had a ninja, you were praying to have a good one. Because a ninja gets less aggro than a paladin and takes a beating. This was also later negated, giving basically almost all melee classes the ability to tank. For example, a monk has... No. Those were the two things, the two tanks. Ninja and Paladin for the longest time. Later on, when people got really good gear, which enabled them to do really good damage, they were able to tank on other classes. For example, a monk. A monk has a shit ton of HP in this game. A monk has the ability to guard, which lowers the damage. And a monk can counter, means not only does he not take damage, but he returns it. But, like, it's also not perfect for everything. A magic mob would very likely fuck up the monk. But it's just... everything had their up and downsides. You could tank as a thief, because a thief has a shit ton of natural evasion as well as being able to cast shadows as the ninja does, because if you sub-job ninja you still get the two spells. Okay, so there's definitely no Zipacana up. Okay, and no. Did you spawn on us? Or did I blank there? Either way. But Thief at the start did very little damage. If you're very, very good, you could do a lot of damage, which is just the rule of the game. And Thief later on got something that Yeah, it's the chicken from Gilgamesh. If you got something called accomplice or something like that, which enabled you to target a party member and drain hate from them. This had multiple uses, like sometimes your white mage or your black mage got too much hate and the thief would come over and just eat that up. But if you wanted the thief to tank, you could also have the current person who has the most hate and just keep sucking that hate until eventually you have so much that you can't lose it anymore. So a lot of these skills had multiple uses in them. Okay, so we didn't get Zippy, which is fine. We're gonna keep it in the back of our head that we didn't get him. We're now going to Faust. Take E. Okay. We're gonna go... Wait, it's actually down here, isn't it? Stop. Yes, perfect. What's with the mouse? Oh, it's in the wrong screen. There we go. So... And can you imagine what type of monster Faust is? Asuka? Yeah, we have a Faust here. Would you believe it? It's also not the first time that was mentioned in Final Fantasy XIV. Yep, that's a robot. Need to do a quick check on the road though. Entry there. Oh, not E. Map. Travel to B. Okay, got it. I just feel like it's interesting to see where the inspiration comes from. Because a lot of the things you see here were just yeeted over to Final Fantasy XIV. Which is fine, because it's the same IP, in a way. Which comes back to the legal reasons of why I think we have no male Viera, because Final Fantasy XII has a different legal team than Final Fantasy XIV, I believe. And they can't change the lore of a different game or something like that. It's not just they didn't want to, it's just... I think it comes back to legal problems as well. Because just because it's a Square Enix IP, there's still different legal sections that fall below it. That's why crossover things always need to be cleared up way in advance with them too. Yep. We also have Alexander in this game, would you believe it? Though Alexander, I think, started in Final Fantasy VI. Oh. So they're doing a Void Watch on him, which is not that important to us right now. Okay. And I think I had to take the yellow path here. Head to east and north. Okay. Final Fantasy loves borrowing lore from other games and mythologies. For example, there is the common theme of Biggs and Wedge, which they confirmed was from Star Wars. And they just liked the names and just ran with it. So Bex and Wedge are now in a lot of games. Primarily like side characters, most of the time. I think there was something with Sid too, but I forgot it right now. Sid is also a very reoccurring thing since very, very early. He was at least in Final Fantasy IV already. And then they have one in each and every game. Oh, they're killing Keeleen here. Or whatever the fuck that thing does in the corner there. Never seen that. Okay, Faust is up. Faust is a fun fight. Faust looks very far into these paths. And if he sees you, because he can't, then he attacks. And Faust has a very special attack. Let's see if he does it for us. Faust spams AoE moves. And he spams them faster and faster the lower he gets. So this would wreck your melees. So you wanted to kite him in a circle. I'll show you where we kite him later. But we don't have to do that anymore because I can just tank it like this. Okay, so how many pad points do I have right now? 3. Okay, start. I close. And you double up. That didn't work. And remember, the more people hit a monster, the more TP it gets. So if you had like 5 DPS on this, he would not stop spinning. So this enticed you to bring Ranged and Mages. Cool. Another one done. Summerstone. So let me have a quick look, because Ulukumi is up here. And we have to take the teleporter at M. M is the yellow one. And here we're coming up to the big boy, back in the day. Ulikumi. Ulikumi spawned once per 8 hours. And most of your events lasted 2 to 3. But in order to get a full set, you needed a kill of this bitch. So a lot of parties moved a lot of players up there to ensure they get a claim. Because if you didn't get a claim, you were missing one of the items and didn't have a set. So this was... a lot of bad words were spoken up here. And a lot of bad blood was created up here. Now it's changed. Now the normal statues drop an item which spawns Ulikumi, just like we did it with the pot earlier and the porter. But yeah, you would stand in this room and you would stand still and fucking wait for hours. For the moment that it spawns and you wanted to be the first one to claim it. Atrocious gameplay. Honestly. It got so bad that we had tons of other items, but we didn't have this one. So when they changed it to dropping like it is now, we got like 10 of them in a row and burned so many Byaku sets. That was awesome. We got so many good drops. But yeah, we wasted so much time. Right, we can call our trusts, by the way, I just remembered. I keep forgetting these boys. Actually, we don't really need a tank, do we? No, it's basically just to kill faster. I don't need these. This is Mart, by the way. Mart's a bitch. Wait, hold on. I want a thief. For treasure hunter. And I think the only thief I have is... Wait, do I have Nan Amigo? Which one is that? Oh, it's just a normal one. Yeah, let's go. What? She steals a golem shard? Do I get that one, or is that just hers now? What the fuck? Can I have that? Good old Azuran fists. Nope, that's not it. I got a merit point. Merit points enhance yourselves even after you hit the maximum level. A lot of them are very expensive to get. Like, for example, for the equivalent of farming multiple hours, I can get a single strength point. And to emphasize what a single strength point right now is, I have currently 124. So that is not even a 1%. But obviously, if you piled them up a lot, it still becomes something. And it gave you something to do even after hitting the maximum level. Which is also something that we do not have. Also something we don't have is the bloody drop of this item. Nothing is alive. I'll take a quick break. I'll be right back in 2 minutes. Okay, and we're back. Well, let's get back at it. Oh, yeah, there's some. It's not ASMR. You hear nothing about that. And the A stands for audio. Or something similar. Oh, it's not assigned to attack. And that was a waste. Cool, this thing could drop now. That'd be really cool. Hello, Bärchen. No, you cannot be on my lab right now. Thank you. Nope. No. But... God damn it, sorry. You saw... We have a new Veronica and you missed her yesterday evening. You can see her today. Roxa, direct drop. Strange. And no dirty Asuka will touch my cat. Oh, there we go. Diorite. So. Now we're gonna spawn the boy. Just a bigger one. Alright, that one spams heavy strike. I remember. So this one spams tank busters. Which is obviously not a thing anymore, but yeah. Oh, and not only are they tank busters, they reset your aggro. I remember the fucking madness up here. Yeah, Veronica is playing with us in Outer Worlds this evening. We already recruited her yesterday. You missed her. Cool. Got the Autumn Stone. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 2 more. We need Sipakana and Brigande Schweppen. This one was so stupid that you pulled him in this room and always kited him around the thing, because you would constantly lose aggro. And the black mages stood on the middle and kept casting till they got hate, and then they ran. Okay, so. We need to open the blue thing. Theri doesn't listen to me. Told her many times we recruited her. Also, he didn't even add a 420 in that. What the fuck? Yeah, it is a real cat, Sari. You should be well aware of this thing. It's not just a picture. It's just chilling over there. Okay. Are you sure it wasn't just a reflection? No. Bacon would not hunt rats. Bacon would befriend the rats. What's up, Luna? Okay, so we got 6 out of 8 items now. 2 more to show off. First is Brigandish Blade. Or should we have a look at Zippy first? They're both timed. I'm gonna do Break Weapon. Let me double check the road. Zippy. Take 1 or 10. Okay. Yeah, got it. Bye bye, Siri. So, in order to get the next stone, we will have to find a sword, trade the sword, spawn a monster, steal an item from it, and kill the monster with the item. Which we cannot do, because we are a Beastmaster. We cannot steal. So, we're going to find the sword for now, and then we get us the Bacana. So we're just gonna sneak us. Did they get rid of the scanning? Yes, they did. Okay, so I remember you just go down. I think it's this place. Is this where I think it goes? No. Wait, this is wrong. Patala. Yeah, this is wrong. Where did we get down? Hey? Hold on. Oh, we did a mistake. I'm running to the spawn place, not the weapon place. Okay, so... Okay, I see it. Wait, this is also the wrong way. God damn it. Oh, okay. Need to keep my cool. We know the way. Still have 90 minutes to get 2 drops and get 5 special kills. Which we can spawn, which is faster. I want to see if I can finish this entire thing in 3 hours, which would be pretty good. If I can clear Sky in just 3 hours. And so far, we are on time. Only thing that's a bit annoying is the stealing of that item. Okay, so we have to go 1 island to the left. Okay, we're gonna go in here. And then we're gonna find a sword, or we have to go to the other side of the map, sadly. The sword finding usually fell into the duty of one of the officers. Like in their own spare time, they would have to do this solo. It's not that difficult though. Or long. There's only 2 places it can be. And you just check these. You go downstairs and then there's rooms in which the weapon can be. So this would be your job basically, Asuka, as the simp. And then you check these rooms. Oops. Nothing in it. To the left. Nothing in it. The middle one here doesn't have it, I think. I'm gonna check it just to be doubly sure. Yeah, no. Nope. Again, left. Nope. Nope. Okay, looks bad. Oh, Luna left us. Tough. Nope. Nope. Cool. So that didn't work. Out of the way. So I'm gonna hop over and see the other area. But first, this is the last door we can check. And nothing in here. So, Soka, what do you think about these type of events? Because we have nothing that even closely compares, or even compares on a wide scale with this on Final Fantasy XIV. But Asuka. Actually, this way is Frodo. How dare you? How dare you? Like, isn't there like this meme from Greta where she's like, "How dare you?" That is exactly what I imagine right now. See? Nah, it's fine. Oh yeah. But she got back at Trump because like 3 years ago or so, he posted like, "Just chill, Greta, just chill." And she posted to him like, "Just chill, Trump, just watch a movie." Like the exact same words he used to her. It's just brilliant. You can just taste the salt. I think we can go to... No, does that work? Don't know. Oh, you're right. That's probably a thing. Somewhere. Do you remember Sky? And all the things in it. Did you like it? Did you run it? Thank God is getting her own movie. Oh god. Good guys guiding me around. Yeah, you needed some decent party leaders for Sky. That knew their place and... I remember the early days when people were told, okay, water party goes to Zipacana. And then, like, 10 minutes later when the leader checked in, so water party is there, right? We don't know where Zipacana is. It's like, what do you mean? Who's your party leader? Yeah, it was rough. And there was always salt about drops, usually. No matter how fair you made it. There was always these kind of people that were at every single event, every week, and they had so many points that just it became very, very difficult to find a meaningful way for everyone being allowed to roll against them. So what we did was you got a point per hour you stayed, and it would cap at 10. And you would have to submit a list of items that you want in order with priorities. So for example, if you wanted the Bayako Haidate, which was one of the main drops of Sky in general, and you had 10 points and it was your number one, you could roll for it. No matter if the other dude was there for 500 hours before, because otherwise getting new people into the system would be incredible hard. And we just ran with it. Yeah. That is the problem we try to avoid there. There better be a fucking sword in one of these, I swear to God. And 10 points would be about joining the event like 3 times full. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's just frustrating. Almost as frustrating as not finding the Cortana. Fuck. Like, my what the fuck moment similar to that was I farmed a set for a boss. And I asked my link shell, I was not a leader or officer in that one, if they could kill it for me. And they said yes. And I said, cool, so what are we gonna do about the drops? Well, it goes to us because we have more points. And I asked him, you want me to spawn the monster that I spent 20 hours farming for? And even if the item drops, you will take it? I said, yes. I told them, shut the fuck up, and left. It's just, you know, the moments and these people, they were like, oh fuck yeah, we're gonna get this and this item because he farmed it. They offered me points. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with points? Ended up selling the set to another FC, and at least got some good cash out of it. Okay, so we're getting into a rough situation right now. Zipakana was not up like half an hour ago, and Cortana is currently not up. We're gonna go over to Zipakana and see if it's currently up. Depending on if it is or not, we're gonna start spawning the stuff that we have. We have a Zeryu set, we have a Byaku set, and half of a Genbu and Suzaku. This is an expansion area, yep. Sky and Sea, well, Rise of the Zillard and Chains of Promothea added an endgame area with stuff like this where you can basically do world events. And since this is an open map, we're constantly competing with other people. Okay. Just out of curiosity. Jesus Christ, these weapons. And yeah, depending on how far they were in, the stuff looks better. It's just what it is. So this came out like 2 or 3 years after the start of the game. And you can already feel the improvements. There's more details, there's flowers. It's just overall nicer to look at. I think this is Genbu over here, but we don't have the set for him, unless I can kill Zipakana. I hope at least we get one of the two of them, and then I might have to buy the last item somewhere. I don't think they're particularly expensive. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Let's see if we can scan the big boy. Console was still on at that point, though. I don't like that I didn't see it right away. Yeah. PS2 did hold them back. It's true. And yes, this game ran on PS2. Not good, but it did. Oh, I remember you boys. See, now I'm exactly in the situation right here. I can't go further because he will see me. I can't cast Invisible because he is here. So I can go past him, but this is one of the situations where you're sandwiched. Come on, Zippy. Don't be like that. Do you want console player though? And that's a tough question, because a console player is still gonna buy the game and pay the subscription. So the answer is technically always yes, you want more players. Well, from a money perspective, I have to disagree with you there. The more players you can reach, the better it is for you. I don't think Zippy is up. Am I? There's no Zipakana here. We'll have to buy these two items. Which is fine, because that means I can show you how we would back then go around now and solve this problem. Okay, we're gonna get out. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Okay. Mur has more power than you here, Asuko. Even though he is not a mod. Okay. 5 more seconds. So, we need 2 items. Let me double check the names of the items real quick. Hello, Luna. How are you doing? We need the gem of South and the gem of North. That's easy to remember. So these items cannot be sold on the auction house, at least not back then. We're gonna check if that changed, however. So what we would do is just... We're going to go through these markets where they're selling stuff. And we're gonna find our items. Or not. There's a summer stone we don't need. 500 grand for the Gem of South. That is steep AF. Let me check. Back in the day, Final Fantasy Auction House Online offered a service in which you could see who sells what in a bazaar. Gem of South. Here. Yep, they do. There's one in Port Juno for 50k. Let me see if that boy is still there. See all Lil Pip. No, that little pop. Lil Pip. Lil Pip. Port Juno, let's go. So now we know that he has the item we want. I'm gonna get over there. And then we hope that he still has it. It was reported like 40 minutes ago. If not, we're going to the next. Mars not a communist. Oh god, that's so good. Maybe he also has the south one. They do sell them in packs usually. Okay, now we're in Lower Juno. One more down for port. And then we'll find the little Pip. Oh god, there's a lot of things. When you look on the minimap at the bottom left, you can... Ah, little Pip! That was beyond lucky, I think? Okay. Still has the Gem of the South. Cool. Oh, Gem of the North is 400k though. Let's see if we can get it cheaper somewhere else. North. 100k from Zoo left. That will be this one, boy. And we got it cheap. There we go. And now we have our sets. So, if you didn't manage to kill all the things, you could buy it from mercenaries like these people. But that usually was fairly expensive back then. Like, not advisable at all. So, we have all 8 items now. And we're gonna go right back. Yeah, they're all selling stuff. Each of them has their own items. This is just like a marketplace. You can buy all sorts of things. From weapons to just everything can be bought. All of them had something different. Oh, there's one called Memory Lane. That's just perfect. The problem is, if you put something on the auction house, no one knows how much you want for it. So even if you wanted to sell it cheaper than the current listings, no one could know that you wanted to sell it cheaper. They could randomly try to buy it for 10% or 20% off, but it's really tedious to do this. So if you see the price like out here, you know how much they really want. And B, if you put something on the auction house, you're paying a fee. And these people try to avoid the fee. Also, certain things were not able to be sold on the auction house, like these gems we're currently looking for. So in order to get back to Sky, there's a fast way. These teleport Gregs have our entrance. And if you get in there, they are basically linked up to the Sky region. They're only linked up if you do the prerequisite quest, which is very far in. So most people did not spend the time and had to run there every single time, which was fairly annoying. I think I don't have this one, or do I need to click it? I need to click it, okay. Okay. I only have the one in Dem, I remember. Been ages. I think you needed to almost complete the other expansion to get this teleport, but I don't remember. It basically turned the 15 to 20 minutes running up to the Sky area into a teleport and you're there, which was very favorable. Right, let's spawn us some gods. And you will know these boys. Oh, by the way, we have Luna back. Yeah, there we go. Use device. Up we go! And we're in Sky. Perfect. Okay. So first thing, we're gonna spawn Suzaku. Without the J. Yes, Suzaku. Final Fantasy XIV turned it into a waifu, Final Fantasy XI did not. So don't expect anime girl, elf ears, big tits. Sorry. Though I have to agree, her music is a banger too. I love it. But yeah. I wanna... Aged Angus. I'm gonna use that thing. I don't know what it is. So basically, if this was a Sky event, it would now be over. We have farmed a full set we're done. Because if you did more, it would take too long. This would generally be between 3 and 4 hours. It's just much faster because we're at this high level and everything is just up. So now would be the second day, because you always did Sky twice a week, at least we did, where you spawn all the stuff and get all that nice juicy loot. This was always the time where we had way more people, but since we had fairly important loot rules, they wouldn't get stuff then, because if you don't show up for both, you didn't get anything. Because why would we let people who didn't even farm for the items roll on them? Okay. Let's hope there's no one up here because I like my quiet. And it looks good. So this is the battleground for the fight. The teleport which we used to get up here will shut down the moment you start the fight. So we're just gonna get ready. These boys were... they were annoying. They had gimmicks to them. They were not impossible to do. They were not very hard, but they needed to be respected. Okay, so we're gonna give him the items. The Stone of South and the Summer Stone. And here we have Suzaku. Suzaku's gimmick is Suzaku will enter Chain Spell, which is a red mage ability, but have access to black mage spells. This means that Suzaku will basically nuke without stop. In order to counter this, you had a red mage with the subjob of Dark Knight, which allowed it to cast the ability Stun. So basically, Suzaku was using the red mage skill Chain Spell to non-stop cast nukes, and your red mage would use the Chain Spell to stop her. And you will in a moment see how fast she gets. There she goes. There's Chain Spell used now. And now she's just gonna cast them without cast time, without anything. Just over and over nuking them. The boys can obviously take it because, yeah, they are very high level. But back in the day, a couple of Firegar 3 would just clear out. I guess we can go close now. Yeah, and now she's out of Chain Spell and now has to do her casts normal. And that is Suzaku. We obtain the following items. Zeal of Suzaku, an Arctic Wind, which I'll explain in a moment, Suzaku's Scythe, Aquarian Abjuration Legs, and 2 Locks of Siren's Hair. Okay, so Zeal of Suzaku is needed to spawn the next thing, pretty self-explaining. Antarctic wind is a very interesting thing. Each of these gods that we're killing right now dropped a wind. All of them have a fire effect or a wind effect on their normal attacks that is pretty strong. If you give the wind to a ninja, and the ninja can use it as a throwing item, and you hit it, it will remove that effect, making it easier to kill them. Throwing is usually not something that most ninjas were good at, so if you had a throwing ninja, that would help you a little bit. The scythe is just a weapon. I can show it, but it's really nothing to write home about. Accuracy +5, bird killer, and additional effect, fire damage. The locks of Siren's hair were used for crafting, and the abjuration legs is basically a parchment with a curse on it. Well, not a curse, but a curse removal. These were endgame items that needed to have a crafter. So a crafter would craft an item which would become immediately cursed. They sold these items to endgamers like us, for example, right now. And we have these scrolls that remove this curse. And if you trade both of these items to the cathedral, you would get an uncursed item which is fairly strong. Well, it ranged from being pointless to extremely important. But you always knew what you got beforehand. So this one is... which one did we get? Aquarian legs. That's the White Mage pants. They're okay. They give 50 MP and some other decent stats, but they were only for healers really. So now we're going over to Zeryu. Whoops. Let's not get stuck on this. We had no snakes. So they used something different. I'm not even sure. Can someone check by Japanese lore what is the body of Zeryu? Like, what does it show? Which animal is it aligned to? Because I think it's... Yep, it is a dragon. It's a Viren, in fact. Snake dragon. Well, I guess then both were right. It's just we had nothing to compare a snake dragon in this game, and they didn't want to make a new one, I think. But yeah, the moment I saw Genbu in Final Fantasy XIV, I was like, I know what you're doing, game. Okay. So here we are on Zeryu's island. And we're gonna give him the gem of the spring stone and the east stone. And here comes the boy. Oh god. So. Zeryu has the ability of 100 fists, which means it removes his delay. And he can attack non-stop. There were two ways to block this. You would either have a tank who goes invincible, or you would have a red mage chain spell stun him again. Neither is required. We're very, very high level. Oh, dodging would be very hard. Yeah, this was the most common one. And here goes Zeryu. So what do we get? Oh, hardly anything. We got his sword and another wind, which is 100%, and we got his seal. So let's have a look at his sword. Wait. It's just a sword with evasion, enhanced plantoid killer, and water damage. For some reason, water. I don't know why, because he is element wind. The low drop rate that we're currently having is based on two things. A, we have no real thief, and B, drops that I already have will not drop again. He controls rain. Okay, well, makes sense. So, next one, Gambu. And what type of monster would Genbu be? Tell us, Asuka, what do you think? What the fuck is this? A toad? The fuck is wrong with you? Chicken? Close, close. A goose? Maybe. Yes, it is a turtle. What weapon does she use? Is she a monk in this one? Oh yeah, she's a monk. Hello, Karan. We just did Suzaku and Zeryu. We're now doing Gembu. And then we do Byakko. I think Ellie is home. Excuse me, they're not ugly. They're just not animified. Nah, no waifu lords, man. Okay, so this is the island of North. And I hope we can do Kirin. I hope we're not too weak. Okay. Welcome to the island of Genbu. I think everyone's home but Asuka. Okay, so Game of the North and Winterstone. And here's Gambu. Gambu was by far the easiest for two reasons. A, his special skill just turns him invincible for like 30 seconds. And the other one was his movement was very, very, very slow. So people could kite him and just pick him off with Black Mage spells. He was also the earliest one that was soloed. There was no counter for this or anything. We just ruined him basically. Gambu was the easiest of the boys. So now he used his skill, and now we're zeroing him a little bit. It's pretty much hollowed ground. But this hollowed ground did not block spells. So red mages would gravity him to make him even slower, then dot and nuke him. And he's out of it, and now we're gonna finish him off nicely. Clap. Okay, so what did we get? The Seal of Gambu, the Wind, and Martial Abjuration, which is another cursed item. But that one was really bad. It was Samurai Gloves, and they only gave you 5 accuracy, and they reduced your HP, if I think about it correctly. You didn't want these. So this was a shit tier drop, basically. And once again, we're getting only so few items because we don't have a thief or anything. And most of the items they drop I have already. And if you're the only person in the party and you already have the items, they will not drop. So we're not gonna see an Haidate drop or Osoda drop because I have them. Right, so now we're going to Byakuo. The problem with Byakuo is his island is kind of cut off because the chairs collapsed. So you have to run from one island through the tunnels. And I need to remember this correctly now. Yeah, we want to go up in the top left there. So we go through the middle. I have both ready. I think I need exactly the 40 minutes till I'm on 3 hours to finish what I'm planning with Sky. And then I'm up for anything. I'm gonna do a little bit of healing here. Putting on the Twilight Hat for additional region. And let's get over to Byakuo. And I hope that the lever is down. Because if it isn't, we might have a fun time. So, this way. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Oh fuck. Oh boy. We can also go from here, I guess. If I go down and then right, left. Okay, let's try that. No, wait, I can't get out of this. Okay. If we go from the left side, that would work too, I think. And that would mean it's up, probably. Okay. Byaku was always a pain to get to, because of the lever system in this area. If the yellow lever was on, the blue was off. If the blue was on, the yellow was off. And in order to get to him, the yellow needs to be on, but there is no yellow switch nearby. So you usually had someone go to the entrance of the map, switch it, and then catch up with the people. In order to do that, you needed to know your way around and also made sure that you didn't get aggro. So once again, this is another thing that the officers had to do. Because you tried to keep the normal players just... Yeah. Okay, yeah, murdered. Yeah. You tried to keep the normal players just together so they didn't do anything silly and ran off or something. And had the officers do all of the other things back in the day. Now it doesn't matter. I remember my first Kirin fight that we won took 4 hours. 4 hours and I lost 1 level. Yep. Solo what? Kirin? I don't think they could back in the day. They can now, easily. I must have been at 90, right? Or 99 at least. Because at 75 there was no possible way a red mage could defeat Kirin. Because Kirin has a regen effect that heals him for about 200 HP per 3 seconds, which is the reason why this fight drags so hard. Because Kirin's HP honestly is fairly low, but he has an incredible self-regen. And there were numerous rumors on how you get rid of it. And I believe you're able to weaken it if you throw all the 4 winds, the ones that we obtained here, at Kirin and hit. But I don't think we ever did that successfully. Or even attempted. And the game, once again, does not explain you this. Even if it is true. Okay, we need to go 1 more island over. And then we kill Kirin. And then we will have finished Sky. And that's what we did for weeks, for months, for years. It wasn't the only thing, but it was one of the easily accessible things, because these things are not that tricky. If we did C, we would have a much harder time. I will show off C as a general area, but not the event. And then we're gonna make some photos of monsters and make them fight in Pokemon matches. And both of these things are true, but they're not gonna happen today. Because Final Fantasy XIV 11 was wild with its things. I wonder if I have a Pandemonium key. There's no way I have one right now. White Watch? No. Chaos Fate? No. Feathers, stars, golden wing, phantoms. I don't even know where these things would be in. Story of a happy chocobo. Aww. Okay, let's go. Okay, so now we're here and we need to go up. And I believe this requires the blue gate to be open, which it was earlier. I at least hope so. And if not, then we have to go to the entrance and find a yellow switch. Yes, this is good. Okay, now we're in. Here we go north. Which is blocked. Oh my god. Okay. Make me think, make me think. Okay. Plan D. There has to be a yellow switch in this room, I believe. Well, maybe not. Oh god. Maybe the yellow switch is over here? Okay, there it is. Okay. Okay, so we're hitting that thing. Yellow is open now. I can probably exit here. That's a yellow one, right? Correct. There's another yellow door, which means we exit here, which is the island of Zeryu. Then we go to the island of Genbu, go through the tunnel to get to the island of Byaku. And now you understand why you always wanted your party leaders to know the paths. And they did not have maps most of the time. Because this gives me a headache doing it. And I've did this for like 5 years every day. Well, not every day, every second day. We did, yeah. But it was still... And the way that Final Fantasy XI handled its loot was, even though many things were level 75, which was the maximum, there was a big jump between certain 75 items. You had, what do we have right here? I don't think I have anything like that. For example, some of these items, like this one here, is level 73 and I'm still using them. 74 rings, I'm still using them, even though I have level 99. Level 90, level 90, level 84, level 75, level 72. So these values that they have were, it depended on what item you got. Some were really strong on 75 and some were really weak. So this kept the events being required. You couldn't just skip Sky if you wanted a perfect set for your classes, because you needed gear from Sky, Sea, Limbus. You needed it from everywhere. And not only did we need one set per class, you needed multiple sets per class. For example, you had what we called a TP set, which was generally a set that had Store TP, a skill that if you hit a monster, you get more TP back, and Haste, so you would attack faster, along with Accuracy and, yeah, the normal stuff. If you had low strength in that set, it didn't matter too much. You, however, always wanted to have a fair bit, so your normal attacks would also hurt. The more important thing was the weapon skill set, which was a set that basically had all of the stat that was your weapon skill one. For Thief it was Dexterity or Agility. For a lot of other melees it was obviously Strength. And you would stockpile that really hard. And some of the gears had penalties. The Hackathon gear had slow on it, which meant you were attacking much slower. But since you only performed the weapon skill in it, it didn't matter. So you had a TP set, you had a weapon skill set. You usually also had a tanking set, which was combined by adding HP, defense, enmity, and damage taken down. And damage taken down was an incredibly strong skill in this game. Because stuff like this, magic damage minus 5%, physical damage minus 5%, you could stack up to a total of minus 50%. So you would take only half damage. And if a DPS used these and took half damage, it enabled him to tank, which was fairly interesting for some classes. Though most classes preferred not to be hit as a DPS. Like the ninja, like the thief. Monk had a bit of a mix. They could take a punch, but they would also much rather counter it. Okay. Almost through now. And because God is cruel, they made you switch to blue once you're past the required yellow bit. So the next person behind you, if they were not in your party, well, tough. They needed to find a way to open yellow again. Okay. So we made it to Byakuya now. Jesus fucking Christ, this game. right. And this, so let's imagine you have this person here. Like, okay, my sneak is out. I'm safe here. They don't aggro me. I'm gonna cast sneak on myself and just move on. And welcome. And now that person would require a raise. Because these boys bring their friends. So we're gonna show off why we did all of this. Because someone had to destroy the stairs for Byakuo. Otherwise we could just go down here. But yeah. There's a big rock on it. Oof. And this island, like all others, requires you to trade certain items to the question mark. Which is the Gem of the West and the Autumn Stone. And here is Byakuo. And I did a couple of mistakes here. Fuck. Not calling my trust buddies, for example, so we're gonna Beastman it. Just Krabby and me. Oh, this is bad. We will be okay. Right, he paralyzes you. Prick. The problem is they're currently standing on top of each other, that's why they're both rotating. Which is not good because he cleaves. Okay, oh, fuck me. Oh no, I remember what paralyzed works is. Oh god, like everything's just horrendous right now. We're gonna have a problem. Okay. So, when paralyzed procs and you use a skill, then that skill goes on cooldown. Okay. Do I have anything? Chance of binding. No, not binding. None of this matters. Okay. We're gonna call the bird, because the bird is, I think, my best boy. Now actually bring the thing. God, fuck off if you're paralyzed. Yeah, I know that the crab is dying, but my thing doesn't work. Which is fine. We're gonna just calculate in the death of the crab. We're gonna do a pet swap. Unless my reward comes up, and it does. Okay. Get ready. Call Beast. Sick it. Transfer Hate. And we're good. So, Byaku is a thief, which means he can use perfect dodge, which enables him to dodge all melee attacks. Oh boy. I'm gonna do a quick cure here. And that pissed him off. And he holies us. Okay. Can you fight that boy over there? I shouldn't have trusted the crab. That was the real problem. Buggy over here just fucking kicks his arse. Okay, so that was Byaku. Jesus Christ. So, again, we got a wind, the seal, another cursed item, which is for weapon skill, hands for thief, and warriors. No, not warriors. Thief and Dark Knight. And Marlboro fiber is just a crafting material, which you don't need. Okay, so now we're going to Kirin. Kirin is the big boy. And I am not 100% sure if we can beat him. I will have to remember to call my trust team. Oh boy. And after we've done Kirin, we're done. Wait, what is that? Can I just jump over? Ah, no. Okay. So let's go to Kirin, then I'll take a 2-minute break, and then we'll fight him. Same as in the story with Final Fantasy XIV, Kirin is the greater god of the Four Lords. In Final Fantasy XIV, the Four Lords, I think, keep Kirin in check from running amok. I'm not sure. I didn't pay too much attention to it because it was boring as sin. Oh, it's the wrong door. But in this one, Kirin is just their boss. Okay, we can't go south because that's broken. It would be the easiest way out of this though. Wait, what? Someone is casting haste too? The fuck is haste too? I want haste too. Okay, now I want to see if I can run out south, because that would be faster. But I'm not 100% sure if I can. No, it's broken. Okay, we exit here. I wonder which one I'm gonna use. Not Brave Hero Glen, because that thing blows. And I looked it up, it is a Chrono Trigger reference. Like I said. Frog. Okay, boys, we have 17 minutes to do this. So now we're on Genbu Island again. And here we can use the stairs, because Genbu keeps care of them. Whew. That's actually kinda exhausting. No touch. Cursed. Poor Luna. She doesn't care. She's like, yeah, that's okay. Oh boy. No. Love you. Nope. Weird. Weird. Mm-hmm. But. Right. So, we finally made it. We farmed all the notorious monsters. We killed all the mini-gods. It's time to get in there. You could woo Asuka with that too. No. You're not getting a raccoon. Hmm. Like any normal person would be. Right, so let me check the route for Kirin real quick. Okay, so Kirin had yet another problem to it. But I think I'm going the wrong way right now. Hold on. Yes, this is wrong. I think. Oh god, I don't bloody know anymore. Because Kirin uses random teleports. Can't do this. I think it's the other side. I think, yeah, okay. Yeah, hold on. B step into teleport. And you're either in the right side or you're not. Okay, cool. Okay. So let's hope that the game is nice to us. For once. Because it sure as hell wasn't for the Byakuya debacle we just had. Babe, you're not getting a raccoon either. Okay, we have 5 minutes. I'm gonna be a wee bit over, I feel. Oh wait, we have 9 minutes, sorry. Whoops. Okay, so this teleport has a 50% chance to get us where we want to be, and a 50% chance to get us somewhere else. Let's see. We are in the right room. Cool. I'm just double confirming this real quick, what it says. Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back for a moment. Okay, there's a very real chance that we're gonna die. We're gonna try it. First of all, the trusts. Yes. We need a tank, which is going to be trial. I want Prish, because Prish has white mage skills as well as monk skills. I want Ulmia, because she has AoE refresh. And I want one good DPS, which we're gonna use Zaid. We're gonna call the bird. Okay, we're gonna cast... Wait, the problem? We don't even have a full white mage. Zaid? No, leave. Well, not regret it, don't worry about it. Cool PP. I think. And now we cast Chelra. Protect draw. Re-raise. Stone Skin. Hey, look what I have. Stone Skin. Crazy, huh? And then we begin. And either win or lose. Zilo Suzaku, Byaku, Zeryu, and Gembu combine. Kirin. Who is afraid of me? Okay, let's go. I think we should be okay seeing the HP moving so far. Oh, getting X skills. Cool. However, this fight is far from won. There's gimmicks to this. And I think we're going to see one really soon. Yep. Kirin is a pretty horse. And here, that's the first one. Leviathan uses Tidal Wave, but we're still okay. Okay. Later, Mer. Looks like he's not doing it. Which is good for us. Okay, that sucked. I wonder if they removed it. Oh, here we go. Bit late, friend. And here's Seryu. So yeah, he summons the smaller boys. And now he sleeped us. Of course he did. This is bad. Fuck. Okay, this could be good. Stone Scar 4. This is gonna blow. We should be okay though. There we go. And we got Wormel Abjuration Legs, which was one of his best drops, period. These legs would enable a Red Mage, Paladin or Dark Knight to run 12% faster, which was something that was highly sought after. And with this, and 2 minutes over time, we finished all of Sky. It would now go back to the beginning. We would now kill the small boys, then the medium, to get the big boy. That's it. And the loot would be distributed. If you had the entire gear for it, it would look... Well, actually, can I even show it off? Gambus Kabuto. Kirin's Assault, which we have in Final Fantasy XIV too, by the way. It's just called, I think, Assault. Do I have the gloves? I do not. Ah, never mind. Anyway, this was Sky. Next time we go more into detail on the sea side, but we will not be doing sea as an event. So, thank you everyone for watching, and that's it. Bye-bye.